Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe
Great.
Boo, and as
It's going to go
always,
quick
thanks
screen.
for
Edelman's going to want to throw it. Edelman's going to
commenting
throw wide open.
and being part of the Joe Boo Sports
Touchdown.
Report. But hold on.
Eagles got fooled on that play.
Oh,
I thought it was a forward pass, but I guess not. Brady scores.
oh,
They tricked the Eagles. Nobody even covered Dorsett.
oh.
They're going to go for two right now. Horrible defense.
We'll be right with you guys.
Let's see. Yeah, it was definitely backwards. And just, my gosh, who is that on him? Just horrible.
Okay.
31 Brady.
Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You see, we're already open for business, and let's wake up the football gods here. Here we go. You know, it was ugly, but it was a win. And I'm going to say this, and I don't give a rat's behind who cares differently. Because everybody's going to say tomorrow, well, it was just the Lions. You know, you went and beat the Lions without Matthew Stafford. But this is the same team that went to Philadelphia and beat the Eagles. So I don't want to hear this. You know, they've been in a lot of games. They've had some bad luck because, well, they're the Detroit Lions. It's just the way it is. And a win is a win. And right now, Philadelphia had jumped out to a 10-0 lead. And right now, all of a sudden, New England is coming back and just scored a touchdown. They're going for two. I don't know if they did, in fact, get the two or not. But I'm keeping an eye on that game because it's important. Because if the Eagles lose now, then they're a game and a half behind us. And we've got New England next, so we need to pay attention to what New England does and see what we can do. So as we look at this game, and we'll be dissecting it all week, and thank God we can talk about a victory. Here's the bottom line. Whether you guys like it or not, the bottom line on this team is now Dak Prescott's totally. Dak Prescott is going to take this team as far as it's going to go. Our defense cannot stop the run. Period. The Detroit Lions aren't exactly a running team, and they were able to run on us pretty good. Driscoll, he actually looked like Matthew Stafford in there. You know, they didn't get a whole lot of yards, but they got some points. And let's face it, our special teams aren't special anymore. Our starting field position, how many times did we start out on the 15-yard line today? The bottom line, Zeke Elliott. Whether it's because he missed training camp, whether there's something wrong with him that we don't know, whether it's teams that are scheming against us, Zeke Elliott is not carrying this team. And all of you talking heads out there can say that, well, you know, it's only because of Zeke Elliott. That, you know, that Dak Prescott's only getting yards because they're making sure they stop Zeke. Well, you know what? If my quarterback can get 444 yards and 3 TDs, I'm okay with that. Make no mistake, Dak Prescott has thrown for a Dallas Cowboys back-to-back record of 850-plus yards in 2 games and 6 TDs. He is now 21 TDs on the season and I think over 3,100 yards. How good is this? This season right now is almost better than some of his other years in the past. And you have to at least give the man credit for getting better every year. And understand, this is his team. So as I go through, I want to give a special shout out and condolences to Michael Gallop. Because it was a year ago today, exactly today, that his brother committed suicide. I don't wish that on anybody. You know, and that's where these things happen where we as individuals need to look out for our fellow man because people sometimes need help. You don't know what's going on behind somebody else's closed doors, and that's something that we as people in society need to look out for our fellow man and woman and child and everybody else to help prevent those things. But Michael Gallup had an incredible game. I don't know if it was because he was dedicating that game to his brother that's gone or not, but you look at that, 9 receptions, 148 yards. Bam. Randall Cobb, 4 receptions, 115 yards. Bam, and a TD. I'm going to go ahead and give this game ball right here. to Michael Gallup because he is becoming a threat. And as we look at the game statistics and stuff, we saw early on that excuse me, Michael Cooper, Amari Cooper seemed to be a little nicked up. He seemed slow getting up on a play. You saw him on the sidelines, and he just did not seem to have it. And see, this is where you got to feel good if you are a Dallas Cowboys far as the offense goes. Because clearly this was a game that Zeke Elliott, again, was being stopped. Zeke Elliott literally rushed for 46 yards on 16 carries, 2.8 yards. He didn't have it. Amari Cooper nicked up. He didn't have it. But you had Michael Gallup step up 146 yards on the year anniversary of his brother committing suicide. To me, that is a game ball and a half. Amari Cooper, excuse me, my gosh. Michael Gallup, hats off to you, man, and great game. And my quarterback, Dak Prescott. You know, all you guys used to call him Dak Trashcott. Dink and dunk Dak. Dak only does it because of Zeke Elliott. Well, here it is, 2 games back to back that, you know, you're not seeing Zeke eating at all. And Dak Prescott just keeps chiming away, just keeps hitting it, keeps rolling on it. And you now have to look at him and say that he is truly an MVP candidate. And if this team is going to have any aspirations of doing anything, it's all going to be because of Dak Prescott. Your defense is not what they were last year. I can't put a finger on it, but they cannot stop the runs. And now that's the blueprint on how to beat the defense. Everybody knows run the ball up the middle because the Cowboys can't stop it. Van Der Esch is taking poor angles. He's not making the tackles that he used to before. You know, Jalen Smith is still a grown-ass man. He's taking care of business. But the defensive line is just not able to get there. Now, we've got some positive things because Michael Bennett, you know, the fact that he's only been here for 3 games, he's already got numbers better than when he was at New England earlier part of the season. He is definitely beneficial. You see, oh my God, Robert Quinn, that may be the best free agent signing in the NFL this offseason, getting another sack, getting pressure constantly. The way he bends that edge, he is just an absolute positive beast. But in the end, this defense, you cannot rely on them stopping anybody. We have to get into the mindset of we're going to score as many points as we can, as fast as we can, and try and make the defenses one-dimensional, as in stopping them so our defensive pass rush can get to them. Because if it ends up being close games where we're trying to feed Zeke and just keep the score low, keep the defense off the field, and allow other teams to be able to run the football, we're going to get chewed up on the ground. We need to jump out to leads early, and we need to make these teams have to pass. So that way you can have Robert Quinn, D-Law, Michael Bennett, and all these guys pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback, because that is the best thing that this defense can do. And we have to start playing to our strengths. We have to stop trying to run the ball on first down every time with Zeke Elliott. You saw where Zeke Elliott was most effective was when we actually went to a screen pass to him. You know, he ends up going in 18 yards for the touchdown. On the ground, up the middle, it's just not working right now. So start using the pass to set up the run. You know, I'm excited that we got the win right now. I'm glad New England has actually come alive and all of a sudden scored 17 points unanswered. Hopefully they get the victory over Philadelphia. We end up being a game and a half ahead of them with them having to play Seattle and then us playing New England. But I'm going to tell you, like I've always said before, Jason Garrett is like a cockroach. And I'm not trying to make that as a derogatory statement, okay? But see, they say cockroaches can survive a nuclear blast, okay? That everything else can be gone, but cockroaches survive. And every time we think that this is the end of Jason Garrett, he's gone. Remember 8-8, 8-8, 8-8? We took away play calling. Yet we had 2014, we end up winning. 2015, the team goes down the toilet, right? You know, Tony Romo gets hurt, and he was on the hot seat. Then you get Dak Prescott that comes through and saves his job 13-3 and gets to the playoffs. 2017, the toilet team goes in the toilet again. And everybody said, you know, he's on the hot seat. And we started out last year. We even got to the point where we started naming coaches for next year. And what happens? The Dallas Cowboys turn it around, make the playoffs, and not only make the playoffs, end up beating the Seattle Seahawks and come within one stop of beating the Rams. And, of course, Jason Garrett keeps his job. So as I always told you, He's a survivor. So expect the Cowboys to go through, beat New England, because that'll be the signature win that keeps Jason Garrett's job going and keeps the nightmare continuing as far as us Cowboy fans. But enjoy this victory. Enjoy the fact that Dak Prescott, whether you trolls and haters and everything else want to admit it or not, I was right about the power of four. I told you that the fourth year of quarterbacks statistically ends up being the year that they take a leap, and boy, has Dak Prescott taken a leap. 21 TDs, 3,100 yards passing, and is not taking sacks at all. So we'll have more on that this week. We're going to watch the Eagles, see what they do against New England. I got an eye over here. We're going to see if Philly 500 cries. I'm telling you, look at it. He looks stressed. Look at it. Look at the eyes. He looks stressed right now. In fact, there's no crying in football, Philly. There's no crying. I'll see you guys later.